Supposed to survive that night. I wasn't even supposed to be found. But what happened behind enemy lines is something they never expected me to remember. If you're new here, welcome to the Old Soldier Diaries. Before I begin, let me say this clearly. I read your comments whenever I get time. So tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Your messages keep this old soldier going more than you know. And if you like real stories, survival mysteries, and the kind of missions no one ever talks about, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it helps this channel reach thousands of people who love stories like these. Now, sit back, because tonight I'm telling you the one story they never expected me to tell. I never thought I'd speak about this mission again. It's been decades, but the memory hasn't faded. Some stories age like scars. They might heal, but they never disappear. And this one sits right behind my ribs like a piece of metal they never took out. My name doesn't matter. My rank won't change anything. What matters is that I was part of a mission that officially never happened, and I'm the only one left to talk about it. It was supposed to be a simple reconnaissance operation. Quick in, quick out, but nothing about it was simple. Not the briefing, not the terrain, and sure as hell not what waited for us inside that forgotten patch of land. It started in a tent that smelled like rain and diesel. Our commander stood in front of a map none of us recognized. Coordinates circled in red, a patch of territory that looked like it had been erased from every satellite scan. There were no details, no satellite intel, just a point on the map and one line from the commander. You go in quiet. You come out quieter. I remember exchanging a look with Carter, my closest teammate, practically a brother. We'd been on missions that made our hair turn gray faster than age ever could. But something about this briefing felt different. Short, vague, too clean. Like the kind of briefing they give you when they don't want you asking questions, or when they already know you won't be coming back. But we followed orders. That's what soldiers do. You swallow the fear and move with purpose. The helicopter dropped us 5 miles away from the target. The deeper we moved, the quieter everything became. Not the normal kind of quiet, not the peaceful kind. This was a quiet that felt like the air itself was holding its breath. 3 miles in, our radios glitched for the first time. Just a crackle, a whisper, a faint distortion. The kind of sound that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Davis, our point man, froze and whispered, something's watching us, and he wasn't wrong. I could feel it too. A pressure in the air, a presence, like eyes hidden between branches following our every step. When we reached the coordinates, we didn't find a bunker, a base, or an enemy camp. We found a village, abandoned, silent, frozen in time. Houses without roofs, a playground where swing chains moved slightly, but there was no wind. Doors open like someone had rushed out and never returned. Carter bent down and touched a footprint in the dirt. It's not fresh, he said. But it's not old either. Then he looked up at me and whispered the words that still echo in my head. And it's not one person. It's a group no one told us about, a group that had been here recently. We split up, searched buildings, checked every corner, and everywhere we went, it felt like someone had been there minutes before we arrived. Warm ashes. Shifted dust, a lantern still warm. Someone had been here recently, watching, but they didn't show themselves. That was the first sign that we were not alone. We regrouped in the center of the village. The sun had gone down and a blanket of darkness swallowed everything around us. Around midnight, the temperature dropped suddenly. We could see our breath forming clouds in the air. Then the wind picked up, but not naturally. It didn't blow through the village. It circled us, slow at first, then faster. Then came the footsteps, soft, careful, dozens of them. But every time we turned toward the sound, nothing, just shadows, empty doorways, crumbling walls. And then the radios buzzed again, this time louder, static mixed with voices. Not speaking English, not speaking any language we recognized. It sounded like a conversation happening somewhere in the distance, but inside our ears at the same time. Davis muttered, "This isn't right." It wasn't fear. He was way past fear. It was something else, something colder. Minutes later, Davis vanished. 1 second, he was behind us. The next, he wasn't. No struggle, no sound, just gone. We searched everywhere, behind collapsed walls, inside broken homes, between trees. No footprints, no drag marks, nothing. You don't lose a man like that, not unless something is watching you more closely than you can imagine. We were down to 5, Carter whispered. This wasn't an ambush. It's something else. He was right. This wasn't war. It wasn't combat. It was like the village itself was alive, breathing, studying us. At 3:17 a.m., everything changed. The wind stopped instantly. The cold disappeared, and then every lantern, every light in that dead village flickered on. Lights that shouldn't have worked, lights we never touched. Carter whispered, "They're hurting us," and he was right. Footsteps surrounded us again, circling, controlled, not closing in, just containing us. It wasn't a fight they wanted. It was something else. We broke formation and ran toward the forest. We didn't get far. Every light went out. Our flashlights died. Our night vision blinked off. Every piece of tech we carried flickered into darkness. And then I saw them. Not clearly, not fully. Just shapes, human height, but not human movement, smooth, synchronized, like they shared the same mind. They didn't rush. They didn't attack. They just pushed us back, step by step, toward the center of the village. And then a flash of light, a sound like thunder underwater, and everything went black. When I opened my eyes, I wasn't in the village anymore. I was in a bunker, a place I'd never seen. My gear was gone. My weapon gone, my helmet gone, and my watch rate a time that should have been impossible. We disappeared at 3:20 a.m., but I woke up at 11:46 a.m. 8 hours! Missing! Erased? A rescue team found me, but the strangest part wasn't their reaction. It was what they didn't do. No questions, no interrogation, no debriefing. Just one officer standing in front of me saying, "You were never there. This never happened." My teammates? Never found. The village? Never appeared on any map again. The mission? Erased from every record. For years, I questioned my own memory. Was it trauma? Shock? A hallucination? But some nights, when the world is quiet, I hear the same static. The same whisper. The same rhythm of footsteps circling me. Just out of sight. I don't know what took us that night. I don't know what I saw or why I survived. But I do know one thing. We were never meant to leave that village alive. And I was never meant to remember what happened, but I do. And now,